We're going to get ready to look at volume of a cone. But first, let's find the Cornell notes from last week on volume of a cylinder. This is what the notes look like from last week. If you didn't get this written down, go ahead and pause the video and make sure that you get this written down. Last week we were finding the volume, which means the filling of a cylinder. So think of a soda can and how much volume would fit inside, how much soda would fit inside the soda can. Let's go ahead. I am going to go ahead and circle the volume of a cylinder. The formula here is volume equals pi radius squared, which means r times r, times the height. And we have to make sure we're using the radius. The radius is half the diameter. So it's from the center of the circle to the edge. We always want that half that line. We do not want the full line, the diameter. So down below on example 2, you can see that they gave us the full line. And so we had to cut it in half to find our radius. We always use the radius. So now today, we talked about cylinder last week. Today, let's move on to a cone. And when we think of a cone here, we can think of like an ice cream cone, okay? And the volume for finding, or the formula for finding the volume of a cone is volume equals pi r squared times the height. That should look very familiar to you. And then we're going to divide it by 3. And if you log in on our Zoom meeting this week, I'm going to do a demonstration and show you why. So let's go ahead and let's look at both of our examples. So example 1, to find how much will fill this cone, we need volume equals, we know pi is 3.14 times r squared. Well, my r for this example is 7. So we need 7 times 7. And then our height, and our height for this example is 6 feet. You're going to type all that into your calculator and hit enter. After you hit enter, you want to make sure you divide it by 3. And we get that the volume for this example is 307.72 feet cubed. Don't forget that volume is always going to have a feet cubed or a centimeters cubed. It's going to be to the 3rd power. It's a 3D shape. So let's take a look at example 2. And what you're going to notice here with example 2 is that we do not have a radius. We have the diameter, the entire length there. So 4 centimeters is my diameter. I don't want the diameter for my formula. So I need to cut that in half, and half of 4 would be 2 centimeters. So that is my radius for this problem. And again, we just plug the numbers in. Volume equals pi, which is 3.14, times 2, times 2, and the height for this one is 8. Hit enter, and once you hit enter on your calculator, you're then going to divide by 3, and my volume for this example is 33.5 centimeters cubed. So that's our video for today, kind of short and sweet. It's on volume of a cone. Tomorrow you will have practice over it. Have a great day.